Hi everybody, so welcome to CloudMom, and what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is what you're going to do when your baby gets a little older and starts to get very, very distracted. So here I am, I'm actually nursing my little baby, Marielle, and as you can see, it's going to happen very soon, she tends to get very distracted at this point. She sort of eats a little bit and then she looks away, and she eats a little bit and then she looks away. And if you're in public, or if you're in a room with a lot of people, it can be a really, really tricky thing to feed her because here she goes, and that's an example. Now I'm going to see if I can get her back on. It can be a really, really tricky thing to do. So what do you do when your baby becomes distracted, and what does it mean? Now, it's a very natural thing for a baby to start to want to look around when she gets a bit older because all of a sudden she's noticing all these things in the world. So the outside world is very interesting to her, and she's no longer just interested in your breast. She's become much more aware. A lot of moms, here she goes again, a lot of moms assume that once their baby starts to look around like this and get distracted, that it means that their baby is weaning. They assume that the baby is no longer interested in the breast and that they should stop nursing, and they take this as a sign of weaning. Well, guess what? I've had this with all my babies, and I've never actually interpreted it that way. I just take it to mean that now the baby's much more aware. So in addition to wanting to eat, she also wants to look around and see what's going on around her. So to me, really the only thing to do with this is to be very patient when you're in public. You can try to get a burp cloth like this, and you can try to cover up your baby so that she's a little more focused on nursing and less focused on looking around. And if you have older kids or a busy household, you have to start to think strategically about when and how you're going to nurse. Now, one of the things I do is I actually get up early and I feed my baby before everyone else is awake. I just do this very early morning feed, try to make sure that she's full, try to get her to eat, and she usually doesn't look around so much because it's just she and I. And I actually have older kids who are in school. I work from home making these amazing videos, but my older kids are in school, so for the other feedings, I'm usually able to be alone with Marielle in her room, feeding her so that I don't have this horrible problem about her getting distracted. When she's very, very, very hungry, she will eat quite quickly, and the distraction is less of a problem. Another thing to mention with this whole thing is that at this age, now that your baby's older, she will have become much more efficient in how she eats. So whereas before it might have taken half an hour or 45 minutes to nurse your baby, now you might be able to complete this whole process in just 10 minutes because she's gotten so quick. She's just going to literally suck it out. So it's not like you're going to have to be behind closed doors for hours and hours on end. There she goes. She has just started this feed and she's no way done, but she's completely distracted. So this is what I'm going to say to you guys, all those nursing moms who really want to continue and are frustrated with this whole distraction thing. Hang in there. You can work through it. Get a bit strategic. Get her to come back on. Work with her, and you can continue to feed her, and it should work out.